So about a year ago, I was driving down the street and happened to see this sitting in somebody's front yard on the side of the road. A 1987 Toyota Corolla Sport SR5 coupe. Having already been a huge fan of AE86's, old hot version videos, and Initial D, I went back first thing the next morning to talk to the owner of the car. As it turned out, the original owner still had the car, and after talking for a while she offered to sell it to me. We agreed on a price and a deal was made. I was now the owner of a solid and unmodified AE86, but it wasn't without problems. The car had been sitting outside for a number of years and was beginning to show its age. Things like clear coat peeling, a cracking dash, and mold were beginning to take over the car. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that the brakes barely worked and the car had an automatic transmission. But the car was solid and all the parts were there, so all those complaints are minor and could be easily repaired. I began the restoration process by tearing the car down and doing some minor bodywork to prepare it for paint. After a couple weeks of work, the car went from looking like this to looking like this. And with the paint complete, I began to reinstall the restored bumpers, wheels, and various trim pieces. I even made a replica of the original dealer sticker to go along with the OEM trunk decals. Next, I began to focus on the mechanical aspects of the car and began by rebuilding the entire brake system. Once the brakes were sorted out, I switched focus to making the car more fun to drive. Through lots of searching, I was able to track down all the parts I needed to swap the car to a manual transmission using all OEM parts. My goal is to make the car appear as if it left the factory that way. And that's how the car stayed for the next couple of months. I went to a couple of car shows and got a good feel for the car in its stock form. But as cool as that was, after a while I got to a point where I wanted to tweak the appearance of the car to make it more into what I would consider my ideal 8.6. And I started by installing a set of 1978 production RS Watanabe wheels. It's amazing how much just a set of wheels can change the appearance of a car. And there were a few small changes that I wanted to make to the body. My goal for this car was never to make it into something that it's not, but simply enhance what's already there. I really like the way that the Japanese market GT Apex models look with their aero, like the rear wing and the side skirts and the front lip, and I wanted to replicate that look with my car while retaining the US market bumpers. Being that Toyota didn't offer a factory front lip for the US cars, I found an aftermarket unit that closely resembled the look I was going for. And for the rear wing and side skirts, I was able to use the OEM JDM parts. And that's how the car looks today. As much as it's already changed in the first year, there's still a lot that I have planned for it. From this point forward, I plan on uploading videos of everything that I do to this car. So if you're interested in AE86 content, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.